Welcome to the BOTB headquarters in South West London. My name is William Hindmarch, Managing Director. Today we're here to judge Dream Call competition week 8, which ran from February the 22nd to February the 28th. Before we do that, I'd like to say congratulations to our lovely winner, Alan Davison, last week, who won the wonderful BMW M3 plus £10,000. And you can see us both surprising him both on our YouTube channel and our website. Before we carry on, I'd also like to say that the competition's data has already been passed to our auditors, Wilkins Kennedy. Today we've also got some changes, so we've listened to some feedback and we've made some changes to the judging process, so I'm going to briefly introduce those now. Firstly, we'll be having 5 judges as a trial today, and they will also be drawing position about where they sit through the little bag of cards I have here, apart from our new judge today, Matt Cannon, who won't be sitting in the hot seat for his very first time. The second change we'll be doing is having all the reference points plotted on one central computer so we can see the relative position of everyone's spots. They'll also have a football tool they can use to show the approximate position of the ball. We'll also be having our lawyer, Chanel, today, who'll be moderating the conversation. This is just to make sure that everyone has a fair voice and a chance to state their case fairly, and no one can be too pushy in either way. So without further ado, let me now introduce today's judges. So our first judge today is Mr. Ari Mendonca.
Morning, William.
Morning, Ari.
Morning. My name is Ari Mendonca. I'm a football referee since 2002. I'm allocated by the FA to Essex in the league against Spartan South Midlands.
Great. So Ari, I'm going to get you to choose your card before you disappear. So you take one out of the bag. So Ari today will be sitting in the blue seat. Our second judge today is Mr. Peter Giorgio.
Morning.
Morning, Pete.
I'm Peter Giorgio. I'm an AFA futsal and football referee, assessor, mentor and tutor.
Great. So Pete, if you just please pick up the card. Okay, in the green seat today, the Lamborghini. Thank you. And our third judge today is Mr. Matthew Ray.
Morning, Will.
Morning.
Hi, my name is Matthew Ray. I'm affiliated in multiple counties across England and have refereed from grassroots through to professional academy.
Great, there we go. So in the red seat. Our next judge today is Mr. Gareth Deneen.
Good morning.
Gareth.
Good morning. My name is Gareth Deneen. I'm a senior county referee and I appoint referees to various competitions across London.
There's only one left, but you might as well play that one.
Which should be the yellow one.
Great, thank you. And introducing our new judge today is Mr. Matt Cannon.
Hello.
Morning, Matt.
Morning. Hi, my name is Matt Cannon. I'm a senior county referee, a referee on the Southern Amateur League, Arthurian League and various representative games.
Great, thanks Matt. Welcome as well. And our solicitor overseeing proceedings today is Chanel Shah from Onside Law.
Morning, Will.
Morning, Chanel.
My name is Chanel Shah. I'm a solicitor at Onside Law and I'll be overseeing the judging today.
Great, thank you. Okay, so judges, if you can now take a few minutes to mark where you think the centre of the ball should be on the photo. We will then ask you to come around individually to ask you to justify that position, as well as work with Cheryl to place the cross on our central computer. Thank you. Okay, how's everyone getting on? Anyone would like some more time? Or yeah? Matt, alright? I'm fine. Alright, okay. In which case we shall now come around and fill the second. Okay. Great, so Matthew, if you can now justify your position and then we'll ask Chanel to place what you've done on the central computer. Thank you.
Okay, so we've got 2 pairs of eyes here, blue player and the orange player, both battling for the ball. The blue player is backing into the orange player and the orange player is trying to gain an advantage coming forward, so I think it is quite an even challenge. I've looked at the eyes of the blue player, looking pretty much vertically upwards, and the eyes of the orange player has given me the height of the ball, and I've lined those 2 up, come away, and that's where I think the centre of the ball is.
Gareth.
Right, similar to that, two sets of eyes. Orange player, the defender, as I call him, is going to win the ball. He's pushing and wrestling the blue player out of the way. He's going to win the header. His eyes first seem to be lower at first sight, but in fact his eyes are quite looking high up. Agree with Matt. I think the ball's right above the blue player's head. He's been manhandled out of the way. But it's the eyes of the orange player that give me the height, which is why I put the cross where it is.
Right. Thank you. Pete.
Yeah, we've got 2 players involved in this, the blue and the orange. The ball's actually, I think, coming in from a high angle into the screen, dropping down. So what I've done, I've used the blue player's angle of his head and his eyes to give it a almost vertical, but slightly off to the left-hand side in verticality. And then we have the orange player. I've used his eyes and again his angle of his head and direction of his eyes to give me a height. So that's what I've got.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tussle here with the blue captain and the orange, so call him a defender. I think the ball's dropping in into them. They both haven't played the ball yet. The blue captain's backing into the orange defender, and I think the ball is directly above him, his head slightly to the left, and I've looked at the eyes of both the orange defender and the blue captain, and I think the ball is above the blue captain, slightly to the left, and I've gauged the height by the orange defender's eyes.
Fantastic, thank you. Okay, alright.
Well, as was the same as my colleagues, two players only involved in this dispute. They are all over each other. I believe that the ball should be just above the head of the blue player, and to get to the height I used the set of eyes of the orange, and I place there which I believe that should be the center.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so judges, if you can now come to a panel decision on the central screen. You've obviously got your reference point there. Gareth, as the central judge, feel free to use the football tool we've given you just to give an approximate position and aid you in your decision making with a sort of a real football. Once we've been through the debating process and you've come with a final decision, I'm going to ask Channel to speak to each of you individually to make sure that you feel you've had your fair share of voice, etc. And then we will submit the judging into the database. Okay.
Right, if you take the football down, if that's approximately, that covers all the crosses, very roughly.
Yeah, that's a good average, I would say.
Just get that there.
So we're on that green seat,
On
aren't
the
we?
green seat, so I'll put it in there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Happy with that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's move the football out the way. Let's get that away for the time being. Okay, now looking at the height of the eyes for that approximation, I think the orange eye, that one especially, that his right eye, is considerably higher. If you can do the cross beat that
Well,
one.
then his left eye.
Yeah, I think that one gives a better indication of height, because I think he's looking at the ball. He's wrestling the blue player out the way.
I think if we also take the angle of his head into account.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sort of.
That's why I think it's slightly lower,
edge.
because of the angle of the
That
head.
I see why you've done that, yeah.
That eye, I think, is looking at the ball, and that one is also high looking at the ball. If we go down here, so leave the cross on there, Peter. Okay. If you can just hold that.
Oh, sorry. That angle.
Yeah. And I go back to his eye.
I think it's too low over
It's
there.
too low over here.
Yeah.
And who's on the low ones? Matt and Peter.
I just took the two eyes together, not just the one eye.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's
an angle.
because of the angle of the head. I think it's quite
From this
important.
one,
Yeah, that's how I find as well. Probably the
Okay.
angle of the head.
this one, where it's straight above,
Yeah.
possibly that eye is indicating
More there as
right
well.
side. This one here is straight up.
I think.
In that one, I use just one, both of them. I just place them like this high.
I think it's fairly vertical as well, to be honest.
So that
Well, I reckon it's over to the right. Sorry, to the left.
Yeah,
It's
I think
right.
it's dropping in.
You think?
yeah, he's not looking at it then, is he?
No.
But it's actually the ball's coming in.
Yeah,
So
You can see from the angle of his head though, you can see one side of his face more than the other, so would indicate there is an angle there.
yeah.
But
You know what I
Which
mean?
way do you think the ball's coming in? That way? Into the screen?
yeah.
And not from that angle, because he's
No.
looking this way.
Yeah.
His eyes don't match the ball coming in that way.
No, I think the other orange player is as well in the front.
Well, yeah, we don't know, we can't see
The
it.
code is facing that general direction, so the ball will be dropping in to the two players.
So his eyes could be looking that way or that way, they could be looking left or right. So I think we've just got to go on the evidence we've got, which is the eyes there.
Yeah.
That's straight above.
Above, yeah, definitely.
Okay, I can't see how we can go.
No,
But I think-
more to the left, no.
His head's not straight.
I still think it's
Alright,
over the
well, if
left.
I leave it there, okay, which is approximately where Peter and Matt C are, okay, then, and you're lower as well, if you go back to his his eyes, Peter, if you will do.
I will do.
Pointer. I think it's his right eye is much higher than it's looking.
I think you've got to look at both eyes. I think you can't just rely on just the one eye.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that one's that's looking outwards as well, and that one's looking outwards.
Yeah, both of them.
So that's, I think at first glance I would agree with you, but second glance when you go with the magnifier in, it's a lot higher than it actually appears at first glance.
Yeah.
I mean, does it not look from the references that some of us have come up and ever so slightly to our own right, and some have come up and ever so slightly to the left? Well, really, if we look at both eyes, it should be somewhere in the middle of them. Then looking at the references.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to look at both eyes.
Yeah, no, I agree, and the angle of the head.
Well, where are we? If you can hold the mat on that one, that screen, is it?
Yeah.
If the compromise is right above his nose.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
if we go central on his nose, Peter,
Right
are we
in the middle
there
of
with
the
that cross as well? We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
so cross magnifier away.
So that cross is good enough for a compromise with all those.
I think so.
Yeah. Right. Now we're going to work on the height though. So, see, so we take it. We got the this line from his eyes.
Yes.
We've now got to choose the height wise on here. Now again, when his eyes are looking, I think we go higher.
Slightly, yes.
I think his eyes are slightly higher than the angle of his head, so it's trying to find a compromise between.
I think he's looking at the ball, isn't he?
Yes.
I think both look at the ball.
Oh, yeah, but he's fair comment. But what I'm going at is his eyes are directly on the ball, so the angle.
Well, so you take a line through both eyes.
Yeah.
Which do you need to take it there?
See, I think it's higher than that, Peter. I think if you bring your hand down.
No, I think it should be.
I don't think it's like that.
No, I think the angle of his head doesn't justify it being higher.
Yeah, I think over there it's. Yeah.
See, I think that's too low. If you look at the eyes again, look where that one's pointing, and that one's pointing.
But I think when you go to head a ball, your eyes aren't higher than your forehead. You come
Well,
straight
he's not
at
hitting the
it.
ball yet. His neck muscles aren't curled up. The balls are still a fair way away. He's only in position to do it. I mean, are we happy with this line here?
Definitely, yes. Yeah.
Okay. So
Can we just place that on there, so when we come down with this angle from his eyes, then it must, no matter where it is, it must always be along that line.
Yeah,
Our agreement, yeah.
Well, what Peter and Matt C are saying, you're saying it's there. It's just
Yeah.
freeing stuff.
I think if you angle it up higher, his head's in completely the wrong position. He's going to
I
head.
don't think it's the head. It's the eyes. The eyes tell us where the ball is.
Yeah.
Because you don't look with your head, do you? You look
No,
with
I
your
think
eyes.
you head the ball with your head.
Yeah.
So I think your ball is coming at you. It will go at the ball.
Well, I think the ball's more coming in from that way.
That way,
than
yeah.
way. But you two think it's coming in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's coming in all that
That
way.
way,
What
yeah.
about you?
Yeah, I actually think it's probably, I mean, it's not going to come directly into the screen, it's not going to come directly into the side. I think for me, I'm looking at the angle of the face of the blue player for where it's coming in. I think he's facing the ball. His face is facing the ball that's coming back. So it's almost coming from where I am into the screen.
That position.
Right.
Yeah. Even I believe that the blue player is about to rotate to this side, and this one he wants to head that way, but he wants to rotate to this side. He wants probably get the ball in the.
I think that the orange player he's backing. He's being pushed out of the way. The orange player is going to push him out of the way, so he will twist.
Twist, yeah, definitely.
He's going to be pushed out of the way. Right, so we're happy in that direction.
Yes,
So it's now
definitely.
it's going to question of tweaking the height. Now if we go to there,
Just put it there.
well, I'll leave it where it is for the moment because we can go higher or lower, you see, because Matt, C and Peter think it's there. Fractionally below it or lower? Much lower. Peter?
Well, I did.
The magnifier. If you put the magnifier out of the way,
Slightly.
I
You think it's slightly lower?
Yeah.
Slightly lower.
Right, and what about you? I think it's slightly higher than that. What about you, Matt?
I would also think it's slightly higher, just looking at the eyes of the orange player.
And Harry, what about you?
Where you were at on the moment, yes.
Okay.
Just slightly.
Let's try that one
Yeah.
then.
I think.
So that works with that guy's eyes, yeah?
Yeah.
What about that fella?
Can we line the projection up again? So,
There's three of us who are happy with that height.
Yeah.
It's you, it's Matt, C and Peter.
I think the higher you go,
Yeah.
you're giving it more of a. He's not really. You can't really see what he's not really getting involved. You're concentrating really on this guy. That's why I think it's still over to the left.
so who do we all think is going to win?
Right, well, okay, so hang on a bit. So you think it's lower, which is approximately there. Right, well, so we go back to where we had it beforehand, which is the compromise position, which is about there.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be unhappy with the compromise position.
No.
Because obviously we're debating really their body language.
Right.
Yeah,
You know.
Oh wait, that's the compromise position.
Yeah.
Let's go and see where that would work out on the football
It's
here.
more like in between of the crosses anyway.
Is that about right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Slightly just
Yeah, it's
yeah,
about the
there,
small in the
there.
centre of the chair and then slightly higher. There?
A little bit lower.
A little bit lower to get the green one.
Yeah, up there.
Is that what we're going? I think.
I think the foot will be right in the middle of the chair by looking at it.
Yeah.
A little bit lower.
A little bit lower.
A bit lower, yeah. That's it.
Okay. So that would give us a cross, which is
Just
there.
a bit more on the right, yeah.
Which is matches with that one.
That's it.
Happy Dan?
Okay.
I'm happy
Yeah,
with
that's
Alright.
makes sense. doesn't it? Yeah,
So-
I'm happy.
Good. So I'm just going to ask Channel just to go around individually and just say, Matt, etc., go around the panel and just confirm that you're happy with the compromise decision and there's no other things you want to add. So Channel, over to you.
Okay. So, Ari, the point that's been chosen is slightly left of where you'd originally placed your cross. Are you happy with the chosen position?
Yes, I am.
Matthew, I think we've come a bit lower from you and also to the left.
Yeah. Looking again at the blue player. I am happy with where we put it now.
Okay. Gareth, I think you haven't moved too far from where you were originally from, maybe slightly to the left.
Left and lower, yeah. As I say, it's a compromise decision because we've got three of us, there's one on the same height, two higher and two lower, so it's a compromise decision there. My own choice would have been higher, but that's a compromise decision because it matches all the crosses for all of us, so I'm happy with that.
Okay. Peter, I think you were probably the furthest away from where we now come to. Are you happy with the chosen position?
I'm happy with the height side of it. I would like to have seen it over to the left a little bit more, but compromising, we'll go with where we put it at the moment. But yes, I do want it slightly over to the left.
And finally, Matt, are you happy with the chosen position?
Yeah, I'm happy with the compromise. I think again we discussed, it's the flight of the ball where it's coming in from. I think as we discussed eye line, I think it's a fair compromise for the five of us.
Okay, great. In which case, I think if we've got a panel decision, I will lock that into the database. Okay. So the picture selected is 1117590. 1117590.
I confirm that the coordinates picked by the judges are 1117590. These coordinates will now be passed to independent auditors Wilkins Kennedy to calculate the winner of the competition.
Great, so thanks everyone for playing. I hope you enjoyed the new judging format. We look forward to being out on the road, hopefully tomorrow, to surprise someone with the car of their dreams. So stand by windows, and thanks for playing.